Howdy neighbors, John here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Kuat NV 2.0 bike rack for two bikes on our 2020 Mazda CX-30. Now this bike rack is amazing whenever it comes to working with a variety of different bikes. Let's say you have a myriad of different bikes, including heavier bikes, maybe like your mountain bikes or electric bikes, along with fat tire bikes. This works really well with them, and let's actually take a look at how that reacts with them.
This is our test course. Let's start with the slalom. This shows side-to-side action, such as turning corners or evasive maneuvering. Then, onto our alternating speed bumps. This shows twisting action, such as hitting curbs, potholes, road debris, or even uneven pavement. Last of all, the solid speed bumps. This shows up and down action, such as driving through a parking lot or parking garage, or driving in and out of a driveway.
Now this being a bulkier bike rack means that it's going to have a 60-pound weight capacity, which is amazing. This is going to be able to hold most of your fat tire bikes, your electric bikes, and some of your mountain bikes that are a little bit more on the aggressive side. It also does come in a 4-bike configuration, but that's going to bring down the weight capacity for each one of the bikes. I would just keep an eye out for that. If you're wanting to bring more of your bikes onto the trail, you may not be able to take your heavier bikes at that point. The most important feature, in my opinion, whenever it comes to the platform style racks is, does it tilt away? And luckily with our Kuat NV, it does. It's very easy to tilt away. You've got a little bitty handle right here, and all you have to do is tilt it away and then lift up the back of your vehicle. And as you can see, we have a ton of room to get anything we may need out, whether it's your helmets, you have some extra food or water. And whenever it comes to the amount of space in between the back of your vehicle and your actual handlebars, you can see that there is more than enough space. It's always a worry whenever you have something that tilts away, is if the handles are going to be a problem. This is a bike with some of our longer handles, and there's not even close to any room that you would have to worry about it hitting. It's very easy to lift it back into place as well. All you have to do is lift it up, and then it goes right back into place and locks in. Now, when it comes to how it's held in place on our bike rack, it's going to be held in two different places. Neither one of them is actually going to be on the frame, which is nice. So with your carbon fiber or your women's or children's or any weird shaped frames, you're not going to have to worry about that being a problem, considering it's going to be held on the wheels. The first attachment point is going to be on the back wheel right here. We have a strap. As you can see, it's very easy to take off. It has no problem getting pushed out of the way. And then we'll move up to our front wheel, which, as you can see, it is also very easy to take care of. It is a wheel hook, and all you have to do is press in the large button and then lift it up. Always have a hand that's holding it in place, but you can just push that down, and then it's super easy to lift off. And then after that, you are ready to go on a ride. Now, taking a closer look at the wheel cradle, you can see that it has different ridges, which means it can hold different sizes of wheels, which is really nice. This is going to be able to hold up to 5-inch wheels, which is great for your fat tire bikes. But do remember, if you want to take your fat tire bikes out, you're going to have to get a longer strap, which Kuat does sell with etrailer. Another amazing feature of the Kuat NV is the fact that it comes with an integrated cable lock. This is going to be key-to-like with your hitch lock, which is really nice, so you don't have to worry about a multitude of different keys, and this is just going to go around your bike to keep it secure. Now, before we go any farther, what I like to do is kind of put everything back in place, so if you're out on the road, nothing's going around and flapping around. As you can see, it's very easy to handle the hook. Just zip it down, and then it's down like this, and now we're ready to actually take some measurements. Now, whenever it comes to measurements, the big measurement to remember is how much length is going to be added to the back of your vehicle. Whenever it comes to our Mazda today, it is going to be around 31 inches, so that's something to keep in mind whenever you're backing up or trying to park. But whenever it comes to parking or putting this in place, luckily this has a nice little add-on whenever it comes to tilting it up that we'll get into later. Now, speaking of tilting up, it's very easy. It's the same thing we're going to do whenever we tilt it down. All we have to do is press that button, and it's going to tilt it up like this, and this is going to drastically change the amount of clearance that we have back here. Let's take a look. And now that we have it like this, it's going to be about 16 inches from the end of your vehicle to right here, which is really nice whenever it comes to how much that you're taking off. Along with that, let's get the closest point, which is going to be about 4 inches. Another measurement to keep in consideration is the ground clearance. Now, this is something to know whenever you're going on rockier terrain or super steep hills. Don't want anything happening to your bike rack, and it's going to be about 12 inches from the ground to this piece right here. Other than being out of the way, another reason that you would have it in this position is if you need to work on your bike, which, considering this has a bike stand, all you have to do is open it up, and as you can see, you can just put your bike in there. So if you have to do any little modifications or work on the wheels, this is the easiest way to do it. Now, another thing to keep in consideration in this position is the fact that, well, while you have your back window and then your lights, it's going to be out of the way of those. You're also going to have your camera down here, and then also your license plate, which is going to cover up that a little bit. So you may want to keep that in mind whenever you're doing backup. You won't be able to really see out of your camera as well. And then also the fact that your license plate is covered up. Now, the design for the Kuat NV is really nice in my opinion. It has a specific look that's sleek and fits on most vehicles. And then you got to look at the finish. The finish is beautiful as well. It's going to come in a couple different colors. It's going to be coming in gray, metallic black, and then matte black, which we have the gray here right now, which I personally like the best considering it's got the orange accents. But it also, for the most part, is a darker gray, so it'll go with most types of colors whenever it comes to vehicles. So this is a 2-inch hitch bike rack, and it's also going to come with a hitch pin and then a lock. Inside this tumbler, we have keys that are also key-to-like along with our cable lock. This also comes with an anti-rattle mechanism, and as you can see, I've undone it here, and it's moving around. It's going to be rattling about, but it's very easy to turn it. Get it all the way tightened up. As you can see, it's getting a little bit more pressure, and then as I shake it now, it's moving along with the vehicle. My final thoughts on the Kuat NV. In my opinion, whenever it comes to the premium style bike racks, you can't really get much better. It's the best bang for your buck, in my opinion. As you can see, it holds a lot of different bikes, including ones of high weight and size. It's got a very stylish look, and it's super accessible. So this is something that if you want to protect your investment of your bikes, along with looking stylish on the road, it's my go-to. And that was actually a look at the Kuat NV 2.0 bike rack on our 2020 Mazda CX-30.